Hi, welcome on Easy Learning. Now this is Chandan Kumar. Today I am going to deliver a lecture on a new topic, that is tendency of modern children. Don't think that I am including all children in this topic. I know that there are good children or there are nice children in the society. They are disciplined, they have good behavior, they acquire the same thing from their parents, from their hereditary, and they know how to maintain wellness in the family and the society. So don't try to include, or I am not trying to include all kinds of children here. I am going to include some children, they are in this category, and I am going to just explain them step by step. I have just subpointed them in 10 parts. I think there might be more than 10 parts, but here, whatever I thought that should be applied on such children, I wrote the 10 points here on the whiteboard, and now I am going to start explain one after one. So the first thing is that is the demerit, you can say, of the modern children is they seek for comfortable atmosphere. Now what is the meaning of comfortable atmosphere means? They always want to live in luxuriness. They always seek for all the things they require, they desire in everyday's life. They think that whatever they order, whatever they wish, their wish must be fulfilled as soon as this is possible. Their ideas, their things, their demand should never be ignored. What the things they have presently, they always wish more than that. And they never want to give distress to their body. And this is known as here comfortable atmosphere. Whenever any child who is very industrious, who wants to work hard for the sake of his or her family, such kind of children try to demoralize them, demotivate or discourage them, and don't want to let them upgrade in their life. So this is known as the comfortable atmosphere, and I have already told you the definition of the comfortable atmosphere. Next one, second is, that is indisciplined behavior. What is the meaning of indisciplined behavior? That such children don't have the good behavior. They have the indisciplined behavior. On the way, if any senior is going, any old person is going, any relative is going, then she doesn't want to welcome such person and want to live there in their own pride. They keep on walking, they keep on going, they keep on doing their business, but they don't try to even stop the seniors who are on the way. And never try to just bid them good morning, good evening, or other kind of the etiquettes which are found in the culture. So they have the indisciplined behavior. Third is deliberately using English, Spanish, French, etc. Notwithstanding, knowing their own culture, their language, that might be dialect or the regional languages, if someone is found unknown to foreign languages, international languages, that might be English, Spanish or French, such person or such children start talking to them in such languages. Though they know what is the regional language, what is their cultural language, what is their state language, in spite of all that, they start behaving, they start talking in English, French, Spanish or some other more languages. They are known in the world, or they are famous in the world. So why do they do like this? To make dominance on others, to show that they are superior to them, and they want to just degrade, they want to tell them that they know better than them. And such children don't only know the regional languages but also some foreign languages. To speak such language is not a bad habit. Whatever such children speak, English, Spanish, French, but to speak with such person who don't have ABCD idea of such languages is not known well disciplined idea of such children. We need to maintain our culture because we are the present generation boys, girls, or the children, but from where we came, it must be known to the mind. Before us, we had forefathers, we had grandfathers, grandmothers, and all the relatives, they were senior to me. And we are all the children of such relatives of the person. And you know that except languages, they would have immense knowledge, ideas, worldly lifestyles, their living life standard better than us. Due to the advancement of science and technology nowadays, we think we have advanced ourselves in the sphere of the job, in the sphere of some modernity. And we start adopting culture of some Western culture or some other country's culture. But we should never forget that our forefathers, our grandfathers, grandmother, father, mother, and whoever had worked hard in the past, it is the result of them we are presently enjoying ourselves. So some children in the society, they deliberately try to demoralize the status of our old, and that is not the good way to stay in the society. Because if you want to keep the society safe and sound, then it is our moral duty to give better and better in the society. We can talk, we can exchange our ideas and views with our friends, with our classmates, with the same ages boys and girls, but we should not try to just deliver the language with those who don't have the idea of such languages. So just let's start to the next point here. Next point is fourth, living in utopia. Now what is the meaning of utopia? There are the two words, they are very different to each other, and that can be the antonym or synonym of one another. Second one is that is called dystopia. So what is the meaning of utopia? Utopia means that some children think that they live in their own world. What they think, it must happen in future. And if it doesn't happen, then they will just bring those times and they will let it happen somehow. They will try to give their greatest force in their life to bring those days, and they think that their father and mothers will never grow old and they will live same as presently. They think their parents would always have been feeding them and their hair will not grow white in coming days. They think that whatever they are deserving presently, whatever they are having, all the opportunities, all the things they have in the hand, it will never change. And in this way, they live in their own world, and unfortunately, they have to pass disastrous condition in future. They don't want to just delimit their own idea and to want to surpass from such limited dungeon so that they can just have the better atmosphere and they can live harmoniously with others, with shoulder to shoulder with those people who have been living in the world in the dystopia, not utopia. So still you can see that though the children are but you know that they are not children, they are above 18 years old, they are 19 years old, they are 20 years old, 22, 25 years old, they still are the adolescent, but they have the utopian nature. But whatever they have been thinking since childhood, they want to apply the same idea even at the age of 25, 24, and that is completely not according to nature, and finally they have the disastrous ending. Fifth is mostly dependent on parents. You all would be knowing about that modern children are most of the time dependent on the parents. Sometimes they also use vulgar words with their parents. They also threaten them, and sometimes they also use some words which seem peculiar in the society. They directly tell their parents that they are their parents. It is their duty to feed them as far as they wish. And as parents try to forbid them not to behave in such a way, such children take some opponent nature, some serious nature, and in this way such children become addicted to fight, to have the wrong relations, to have the aggressive nature with the parents. And though some children are 24 years old, 25 years old, now it is the time of their job. Now they have passed the journey of their education. Still, they seek some help from their parents, and they think that their parents must help them until or unless they are successful in their life. Now the question is, how many years your parents will be taking after you when you are presently 20 years old, 25 years old, or 30 years old. I have also seen many persons, they are married, they are 24, 25, 26, 30, 35, still their parents are feeding them, not only him but also his wife, children, and all the family members. They are trying to maintain all the everyday's life expenditure for their parents. So this is not the good way to succeed in the life. If you want to get success in the life, you must have the inculcation, and it must be impeccable. It should not be used with the wrong meaning in the life. So let's start next point here. Sixth one is less industrial and desire for more. It means that such children always talk about some big guns in the life. They talk about some successful people in the life who have been from India or other parts of the world. They talk about some beautiful or successful actor, actress, batsman, businessman, some more sportsmen, and singers, and they talk about their success. They keep on thinking that such persons did not work hard in their life, and only playing bat, only throwing balls, they became bowler and batsman. They don't think that to come on this platform, it took many years. They always try to copy or imitate such persons who are big guns in the life, who have been always playing their role in the life, and they are the forerunners for us presently. Such children always try to copy them, though some of them are actor, actress, or some more person, but they don't try to just delve deep into their background. How did someone become success? How did someone get success? And what were the main features behind them? What were the hardships behind them? What kind of the problems they faced in the past? How did they pass their life? They don't want to go through to read their biography, autobiography. Nowadays, even in the modern days, on the YouTubes, and there are several social medias where some great persons, they keep on transmitting the knowledge of some eminent person throughout the world through social media like YouTube. I already mentioned. Still such children are unaware of the success of such person. According to me, such children must watch such videos, must listen to their story, must read the books of such great persons for like him, like her, someone wants to be. And in the same way, they want to copy or imitate him, her. She thinks that she will just do less work and he will have the more fruit. Now, that is a completely negative thinking. That is a completely negative game plan and purpose of the life. No one had been successful in the life, and no one has been successful in their life so far in this way. In each and every sector, you have to work hard, deeply. Now, some children, they pretend, they tell that the son of the batsman becomes the batsman, son of the singer becomes the singer, and it is their dynastic purpose. It is the family way that keeps on moving from one generation to another generation. And they deliberately, they deliberately try to just talk about such persons. They say deliberately that my father is in this business, how can be in that business? My mother is a housewife, how can be a good actor, actress, dancers, businessman? Because they try to copy the businessman. That businessman's son is also businessman, their son is also businessman. But they don't think that our life has the different questions and we must have the different answers. It is good to copy others, to imitate others, but you should have your own spontaneity. You should have your own way to think. You have your own power, stamina. You have your own encouragement. You have your own zeal to do something in your life. And you can do something different from all these persons you have been talking about since your childhood. Now, next 7th part is to desire of free atmosphere. Such children always want to live in the free atmosphere. They don't want to have their stronghold from their parents. They think that if they are only told, where are you going? It means that you are going to encased in the house, in the room. And they want to have the free atmosphere wherever they are living. If they want to attend any birthday party, want to go on any itinerary, want to go any places with their friends, they must never be told where you are going. And in this way, they are trying to live in the free atmosphere. Now, the disadvantage of this type of nature of the children is that sometimes they start doing wrongdoing in the society or in their life. But notwithstanding, their parents know that it is the disadvantage, it will just harm you, it will not give you pleasure. Such children try to deny, and they accept the words of their friends, and they start meeting with them shoulder to shoulder and just go away with them. So in this way, they have not happiness, they have not pleasure, they have pain, they have distress in their future. Next, 8th one is limited knowledge. I don't say that such children don't have the knowledge. Such children have the knowledge, but they have the limited knowledge. Now, what is the meaning of the limited knowledge here? It means that they have the specific degrees, they have the specific diplomas, they have the specific vocational, professional courses, degrees, diplomas or certificate, and they want to just live on them. Now, they don't want to be wise. They want to have only the knowledge. They think that this knowledge is sufficient to grow in the life, to succeed in future. And they don't try to go more for the wisdom, not the knowledge. Because they think that life is very short, and in this period, we need to only study from this year to this year, and from that year to that year. After that, we should seek for some company, some industry, some business, and where we should start our job. I don't say that such persons who have the job, they don't have the knowledge. They had, but they limit their knowledge. They don't want to read, or they don't want to just go beyond that. They think that whatever they know, that is sufficient for their life, and it can give better bread and butter for their life. And so on and so forth, they live happily in their life. Ninth one is to acquire degrees, diplomas and certificates somehow. Some children out of this category, what happens that somehow they try to manage. They have settings from the high places to the low places. They meet with such persons who can award them degrees, diploma and certificate without appearing at the examination. You need to only deposit money and you need to just take it. And now such kind of the corruptions are being limited by the government, and now such persons are being targeted by the governments, and they are punished severely, that because their intention is to destroy the future of such children. In whichever organization such persons with these degrees, diplomas and certificate will carry forward for their life, such organizations or places will not be safe and sound, because you know that if you only get degrees, diplomas and certificate without reading books, without appearing at the examination, without having the much or immense knowledge, experience, how can you maintain, how can you show the guidance, how can you do work intensely or expectedly or with great output in such organization? It would be impossible. 10th one, stay away from myths, religion and old person's tales. When I was 6 years old, 7 years old, 8 years old, I was completely submerged, or I tried to imbibe from my parents, from my grandfather, grandmother, and some other persons. They were in the village or in the city. In the city, I lived few months when I was my little child, but later again shifted to village. But I tried to listen to several myths and stories. I also started enchanting the names of the god and goddess, and there were several stories behind that. What were the tales of different god and goddess? So in the different religion, there would be the tales of god and goddess. Though the god has the several other incarnations on the earth, but it is not only one way that is the god. In different religion, it is recalled, it is enchanted, or it is memorized on different name, but only one path of the way of the god is only for salvation. Seeking salvation. Somehow all of us know how to just seek for salvation. So that is the way to go to the lap of the god. So what happens that such children, if as far as we are concerned about, now I am trying to connect such children to the modern way as they have been living here, they are completely not connected. Most of them are not completely connected to the religion. They think that religion is myth. Who wrote? I don't think who wrote. Who wrote Ramayana? Who wrote Gita? Who wrote what kind of books? What is Mahabharata? What is Ramayana? All these things are fictitious, artificial. These are nothing. Science proved that it doesn't have the existence. If you find that there is some scientific evidence in the world that there were the Ramayana, there was Mahabharata, or somewhere else, or there were the books which are religious scriptures, they were written in the world in different religion, some of them believe, yes, it might be, but still they are not completely confident with their religion that it must be. Still they have the suspicion, and due to that suspicious nature, they think that it is not the right way to believe in their religion. And in this way, they try to escape from their religion. They don't want to read Sanskrit. They don't want to read those scriptures which are difficult. They think that English language, French or Spanish or some medical, engineering and other courses are sufficient for the survival of their life. And in this way, they lose their morality. They have the adoption of indiscipline, and they have, the consequences of the bad natures finally. And in this way, we can say here that day after day, the word of the religion or the scriptures we have been studying since childhood are not in action, and such things are being outdated due to such generations where the children don't believe in such religious scriptures. I don't include all children. I already told when I started video that this video is being created not only for all children. My intention only to take some children who are living in the society. So finally, in the conclusion, I should tell you that everyone has his or her own perspective to live in society. Everyone has his or her own way, culture to live in the society, not only in this country but other parts of the world. Everyone has his or her own thinking, lifestyle to survive in the life. No one can put pressure, you should live in this way, whatever 10 points I have written on the board. It is their own wish to live as they expect, as they wish. But whatever I thought that these are the basic ground where some children have the lackness, they feel that they have the demerit, and they don't have the advantageousness with the lack of all these things. They should try to keep on deleting all these bad manners if they live in the society where others are following these norms and rules, and they are trying to absorb such things in their life. But still some children, they don't follow. These rules must be followed by them, because I think that if you inculcate good things in your life, then it will not give you a negative result. It will always make you positive and psychologically fit in everyday's life. So far, whatever I have lectured, if you think that this lecture is very grateful for you, you can just share this video among your friends, among your acquaintances, and I would be very glad if you just do it like this. And in future, I would again be present with some more valuable videos. By then, take care of yourself. Thank you so much.